Today, we have some interesting terms to explore from the English radio show, Power English. Let's dive right in. Our first idiom is, get out of hand. When something gets out of hand, it means that a situation or problem has become uncontrollable, often escalating beyond a manageable point. Let's see it in action. The wildfires really got out of hand this year, making it challenging for firefighters to contain them. The protest started peacefully, but it quickly got out of hand, leading to clashes with the police. So, when a situation becomes chaotic and difficult to control, you can say it has gotten out of hand. Next, we have the expression, free up. This phrase means to make something available or release it from constraints or obligations, allowing you to use it for other purposes. Here are some examples. I can free up some time in the afternoon, which means I'll be available to meet with you. By automating certain tasks, we can free up more time for employees to focus on creative and strategic activities. Whether it's time, space, or resources, freeing up means making something accessible for other needs. Now, let's explore the idiom, do one's homework. When you do your homework, it means to be well prepared by thoroughly researching or preparing for a task or decision. Here's how it's used. Before investing in the stock market, it's essential to do your homework and research the companies you want to invest in. I did my homework before the meeting and answered all of the clients' questions. So remember, being well prepared and gathering information or knowledge in advance is key when you do your homework. Lastly, we have the phrase, I know you are, but. This is a handy expression often used in conversations to acknowledge an opposing viewpoint but present a contrasting one. Let's see it in action. I know you're tired, but you need to get to work. Person A, you're always late for our meetings. Person B, I know I am, but traffic is unpredictable, and I can't control that. This phrase allows you to respectfully disagree or offer a different perspective while acknowledging the other person's point of view. That wraps up today's exploration of the idioms, words, and expressions from the English radio show, Power English. I hope you found this insightful and informative. Thanks for tuning in.
For starting off our show.
Well, new month.
It is a brand new month.
Uh-huh.
And we advise that you get the new book.
Yes.
For Power English.
They smell so good.
It does.
New
it's
book
that
smell.
New book smell. Mm-hmm. And if you would like a free copy from me, personally delivered to your house, please follow me on Instagram. My address is @TheKristenShow. And you can DM me.
Yes.
Send me a direct message with your name and your address and why you want the book.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, very good. So we have a new daily topic.
Yes.
Okay. And it is hiring a housekeeper.
Oh.
Isn't that a luxury?
I want one so bad.
You know, I used to have one when my son was very young.
I think every mother needs it. If you have a young child.
You do, yeah. When you have a young child.
Yeah. I mean, I realize, like, money-wise, it might be difficult to afford one.
Yeah.
But, ooh.
But just once a week to do a thorough cleaning, you know, I think would just really be nice.
Yeah.
All right. Your apartment is a mess. Okay, so Kenzie's Tyler, Kenzie's personal assistant, says, oh, your house is a mess. If it's a mess, what does it look like?
It's very disorganized. So a mess is not necessarily dirty. Like, it's not like there's dirt and mud and all that. But it's maybe clothes on the floor.
Right.
And books all over the table.
Right.
Yeah.
Trash here and there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so our expressions for today is as follows. Get out of hand. What does this mean?
It means that you cannot control it anymore. It's no longer manageable.
Okay. Free up.
To free up means to make available, make it able to be done or have free time.
Okay. And then do one's homework.
It means to study or learn about something before the action takes place. So this is not actual homework for school, but it's like researching before you do something.
All right, so let's go ahead and listen to our dialogue.
Kenzie, I know you're busy running the company, but your apartment is a mess.
I try to keep it clean, but things get out of hand pretty fast.
You should hire a housekeeper to come in once a week and clean for you.
Can you help me find one? That's another thing I can't free up time for.
Sure, I'll do my homework and make a list of potential services during my lunch break.
Thank you. Now, we need to hurry to the office for my 9 a.m. meeting.
Okay, here we go. So, Tyler begins. Kenzie, I know you're busy running the company, but your apartment is a mess. Okay. Now, our power pattern is this. I know you're, but.
Yes. It's commonly used. This is a great pattern to have. It's a way of recognizing someone's often bad situation. I know you're busy. I know you're tired. I know you are out of money.
Yeah.
But. And it's often a request or a suggestion that you have for them.
So it's like, I know, it's almost as you're approaching the person and say, I know you're tired. I understand, but it almost is like, I understand, but I have something to ask you.
Right.
Or I have something to tell you.
Yes.
Okay. Or you need to do this.
Yes.
Okay. So here, Tyler is a busy person. He has his own company.
Kenzie
is a busy person. But your apartment is a mess. So it's his assistant. Kenzie or Tyler is Kenzie's assistant.
Yes.
Okay. So Kenzie says, I try to keep it clean, but things get out of hand pretty fast. Okay. So Kenzie's like, well, I try to clean it, but what gets out of hand?
The things around the house, just general things.
All right.
In a house, there are lots of things. You have to wash dishes. You have to wash clothes. You have to dust. You have to mop. You have to sweep. You have to clean the shower.
Right.
There's a lot to do.
Right.
And things getting out of hand means it's not controllable. I can't do it all.
Right.
Poktail. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's literally what it means to get out of hand. It's like whenever you are holding things and then you can no longer hold them in your hand. They get out of hand. There's too much of it.
That's right. That's right. So if a situation, it gets kind of out of control, basically. Okay? So Kenzie tries to clean his apartment, but poktail. Okay. Tyler says what?
You should hire a housekeeper to come in once a week and clean for you.
Yeah. I don't want to generalize or stereotype single men, but if you're like a really busy guy and work every day and, you have a lot of responsibilities, I think it would be a good idea to hire a housekeeper for a few hours.
Definitely. Like, just to sweep the floor.
Deep clean.
Clean the shower.
Yeah.
Clean the toilet.
Right. Would you like a housekeeper?
Oh my gosh. I'm actually considering it.
I think you should, because you've got Simba.
I do.
You need a deep cleaning.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Get that dog hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our housekeeper is our power vocab today.
Yes.
What is a housekeeper?
So a housekeeper is someone who comes into your house and cleans for you, essentially.
That's right.
So it's a paid employee, or maybe not an employee, but a worker, a freelancer maybe.
Right.
But I do see this word sometimes confused with a housewife or house husband. So
or
it's
a nanny.
Right, or a nanny. So those are not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like a housewife is just a woman who stays home while her partner is working. But a housekeeper is someone that just comes in maybe for a day.
Yeah. Or maybe
a few
hours or a few Or, I know that there are some people who are wealthy and who have like
a full-time housekeeper?
A full-time housekeeper, yeah.
Well, they probably have a big house.
Yeah.
So they're just constantly having to clean.
That's right.
But they probably do not cook.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Right.
Whereas a nanny or something else, other types of positions might do some cooking.
Yeah.
A housekeeper usually doesn't.
Yeah. And Kenzie says, can you help me find one? That's another thing I can't free up time for.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kenzie doesn't have the time to look for a housekeeper. I can't free up time for this.
Yes.
To free up your time.
So to free up time is to make free time, to make time where you do not have any appointments or any plans. So she's saying, I can't free up time, meaning I have no free time.
Yeah.
Every second of my day is busy.
That's right. So to free up time, he's too busy. And Tyler says, sure, I'll do my homework and make a list of potential services during my lunch break. Okay. So are we back in school?
No.
You're doing homework?
No, we are not. To do your homework means to research something. And we often use this for things like when you're about to get a service or when you're about to, if you're going to buy a new car.
Yeah.
You got to do your homework and look at all the car types and what fits your budget.
Right.
All of that stuff.
It's like doing research.
Yes.
That's right.
But it's not like laboratory science research.
No.
It's more like consumer research.
That's right.
Like looking at different products and deciding which is the best product.
That's right. So Kenzie says, thank you. Now we need to hurry to the office for my 9 a.m. meeting. Yeah. So hiring a housekeeper. Kenzie is a very busy man. He's the owner of a company.
Yeah.
And so, I think it would be a good idea for him to have a housekeeper. What a luxury. I would like a housekeeper too.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I used to have one.
Well, I'm going to have to do
not
my
anymore.
homework and look into it. Maybe there is an affordable service here.
Or maybe like once every 2 weeks is okay too.
Even once a month, to be honest.
Once a month is okay too.
Come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Kenzie, I know you're busy running the company, but your apartment is a mess.
I try to keep it clean, but things get out of hand pretty fast.
You should hire a housekeeper to come in once a week and clean for you.
Can you help me find one? That's another thing I can't free up time for.
Sure, I'll do my homework and make a list of potential services during my lunch break.
Thank you. Now, we need to hurry to the office for my 9 a.m. meeting.
Alrighty, let's do a little power note review. If something gets out of hand, it's very difficult to control. It's not manageable. I can't do anything. Like I want to, but I can't. The wildfires really got out of hand this year.
Yeah, and many scientists are blaming climate change.
Okay. So the wildfires, of course, are hard to control.
Yeah.
But if it really got out of control this year or got out of hand this year, it means that it was a little too hard to manage.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because sometimes wildfires, for like California, for example, they happen naturally.
Yeah.
But often they can kind of
Contain.
keep it in a single area.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, the wildfire is just too big. It gets out of hand, and it goes just everywhere.
Right. If the party gets out of hand, the neighbors will call the police.
Oh, yeah, a party can get out of hand.
It can. Like, meaning people do crazy things.
It's too loud.
It's too loud.
They start breaking things.
Right. Maybe some people are fighting.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just kind of like uncontrollable. You just can't control it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we often use this for disasters or big groups of people, like a meeting can get out of hand if people start fighting at the meeting.
Right. An argument can
Yeah.
get out of hand.
Or, if you're at a demonstration
Yeah.
and people start getting to start fighting. The police.
Or the police start spraying water. It's getting out of hand.
It's getting out of hand.
Right. So it is that feeling of, not being able to control it, but it's like, in addition to that, just like, wait a second, it started out as just this, and then it just became this big thing.
Yeah. It's not, you're right, it's not just like, someone started fighting.
Yeah.
It's not like two people started fighting.
Right.
It's like everybody started fighting, and oh my gosh, oh no.
Whoa. It's like bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's the feeling that you get with this expression, get out of hand.
Yeah.
It started like this, and then it got like, whoa, and then it went like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the feeling.
Yeah.
How was my sound?
It was a perfect explanation. It's not just that it's a small problem.
Right.
It's that I don't know how big this will get.
Yeah.
I just have to walk away.
Yeah, it started small, but it's gotten bigger and bigger, and it just continues.
It's just gotten out of hand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Free up means to make something available. So usually we use it a lot with time. But here's some examples. Can we talk about my product ideas tomorrow?
Of course. I can free up some time in the afternoon.
Okay, so we do use this often to free up some time.
Yeah.
Meaning to make time available. But you can also use it like this. There were some cancellations which freed up several seats on the flight.
Yeah. So it means that the passengers canceled for whatever reason. So now there are free seats.
Yeah, free seats.
Yeah.
Or maybe you made a reservation. I mean, very hard to get into this Michelin star restaurant. And there were some, last minute cancellations. So it freed up some tables.
Yeah.
You can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do one more example with free up.
So you can free up maybe employees, maybe another team. It's like, hey, we need a couple people to help with this event today. Can you send some people over? I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can free up some people to come help you.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They were busy, but we'll try to take their responsibility so that you can have them and work with them for a couple of hours.
Okay. So I think that a lot of people when they hear the word free, they think like, and then like to see how it's used, it can be a little confusing, like to free up space.
Yeah.
You can also free up space in the closet.
Yeah, get rid of old clothing.
Right, right. So as we can see, free up time, free up seats, free up space, even free up employees.
Yeah.
Make them available.
Make them available.
Yeah, that's right. To free up. Our last expression is...
do one's homework.
Yes. So what does this mean?
So this means to be prepared for something. And well, you can say, if you're in school and you're a student, you can say, I'm doing my homework.
Right.
That is the real meaning.
That is true.
But this also means I'm going to research something before I have to buy it.
Right.
Or before I have to do an important action.
Right. Okay. So I read that you were an actor before you became a lawyer.
Oh, it sounds like you've done your homework on me.
Yeah.
So interviewers, they will often do their homework on the people they will have to interview.
Yeah.
So they know, so you were in this movie,
right.
And at the time I heard that you had a problem with your fellow actor.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 blah. Whenever you know all the information before the event happens, that means that you've been doing your homework.
Right. And so that's why I always encourage people who go on a job interview to do their homework regarding the company that they're interviewing.
Yeah. Know
or that they're being interviewed for.
Everything about the company.
That's right. I did my homework before the meeting and answered all of the client's questions. Yeah.
It's important to know what's going on before you meet your client.
You've got to do your homework. It makes a very big difference.
Yes.
Yeah. So, very great expression. And our power pattern is, I know you're, but. So, meaning, I understand that you're in this situation, but you have something to say.
Yes.
I know you're tired, but you need to get back to work.
Yep. Yeah. I know you're not feeling well, but we need to leave soon.
Yeah. So it's kind of a nice way of saying, we got to do this.
Yeah.
But you're letting them know, I know you're angry.
Yeah.
But you need to apologize.
Right.
Yeah.
It can either be showing understanding, or it can be, depending on your intonation, it can be mean. The first one, hey, I know you're tired, but we need to get back to work.
Yeah, that's right.
There is no real understanding.
No
in that.
sympathy.
Yeah,
No sympathy. Okay. All right. Housekeeper is our power vocab on page 12. Do check out the definition. Let's thank our sponsor.
한국